Hi, it's Susan. Thanks for joining me on a tour of my new Homemaker journal. I've got a window on the front cover with fabric curtains and a little kitty, and there's a fabric cover and some old buttons. There's lots and lots of goodies. I envisioned this as being a journal that was kept by a lady in the 50s, maybe the 40s, tucking her recipes in, putting lots of things inside that she didn't want to lose. And I've put lots of vintage ephemera in here. It's a fabric cover, both inside and out, with hard cardboard in between. And the tie is fabric with little, whatever you call those things, those little fabric things there. I'll think of it later. Anyway, here's a lace heart-shaped pocket with a little bit of vintage ephemera and some writing spots. I pictured that you can add all sorts of your own recipes and notes to this. So there's lots and lots of tuck spots and places to write, as well as a lot of vintage ephemera, a lot of scans of my vintage ephemera collection that I've included in here. There's another tuck spot there, little tag, little picture of lemonade, and some fabric on the top of that journal card. Fabric on the edge here. And the recipe cards tucked in an old postcard. I just pictured this would be where the housewife that I'm picturing owned this journal back in the day would have put some of her treasured things that she didn't want to lose. There's a journaling card with excerpt from a book, an 1893 book that I owned. This chapter's about cooking. There's a lot of space for writing. Another page from the old book. And there's a lot of the altered paper clips throughout, just so that you can add more of your own recipes or family notes or whatever to the book and make it even more interesting. There's a lace, a lot of fabric throughout. This is some gingham. And a writing spot with some fabric. I love that picture. That's a little cookbook that I have and I scanned the cover of. There's another journaling card. Lots of space for writing. And that's a scan of some old things that I have in my mom's sewing box. And with some fabric on the edge. Some more fabric. I still can't think of the name of those things. Pinwheel, that's it. That's a pinwheel. I knew it'd come to me. And more writing space. This is the cover of the book that I scanned some of those pages out of. What Can a Woman Do? And it was written by Mrs. Rain. That's the last name there, from 1893. It's really fun to read. She's listing things that a woman can do besides cooking and sewing. But this book is for a woman who is in her home and has lots of things that she doesn't want to lose, like the receipt for her storage of her chinchilla scarf and her ermine neck piece. There's some fabric down there. to the second signature. There's some fabric with a little ring of buttons. I think you'll have fun going through and looking at all the neat things. This is fabric. I love that cute little blue and white gingham. And now we've got some green and white gingham. That's a scan of some lace that I have. And this is the real deal. That's fabric with the hand stitching on it. Salad secrets. There you go. Different dressings and recipes for making them. And that's in case you want to have your sofa reupholstered. That's your connection in Los Angeles. And another tuck spot. Here's some more fabric, and this is a complimentary shoe shine service. Lots of fun goodies. There's some fabric and a paper scrappy thing on there. Now onto the third signature. There's fabric on that. And for your keeping your bank book and your fire insurance notes on there. A little piece of fabric to make a tag. Another scrappy paper belly band, and here's a printout from an old newspaper that tucks in there. I'll do that later. And there's another little tag in the fabric pocket. There's a recipe tucked in to save room for pie. There's lots of writing space in here. A little booklet of paper, and this is a tax exemption statement from 1944. And that tucks right into there. And we're nearly at the end here. As you can see, there are lots of fun things, and you can certainly add to it with your own. There's some more fabric and more fabric. Lots of fun things for sewing, cooking, some old freezer paper. And that's it. Thank you for joining me. Bye.